I've just done. Hopefully you can see us now. Hopefully I don't get kicked out of this Hangout because it keeps asking me to download some files to upgrade my my browser. So if I get kicked out, I do apologise. Right. So good evening, good afternoon, and good morning wherever you are in the world. I know Darren's got some exciting stuff for you today. But before Darren sort of kicks off, what I'm going to do is share my screen. And I just want to go through a couple of little bits, so hopefully you can see my screen. If you can just give me the thumbs up, Darren.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Wonderful. So what I do is I want to take you over to, first off, to Zukul. Now, for those of you that have got access to the Facebook Ninja, we've just put a little update in the Facebook Ninja. So if you come down to the message templates, and if you open up one of your message sets that you've got, we've put in a thumbnail now so you can see what image you're actually posting out. So, because I found it myself a bit confusing to try and I had to, you know, keep loading the image into my browser to say why, you know, what image was there. So we've done that for the Facebook Ninja. We're going to do it also for the Social Sniper. Now, I have had a couple of emails or tickets come in about asking me how I create these images. So just quickly, I just use PowerPoint. There's an image there. You see I've created that image in PowerPoint, and then I save that to my computer, and the next thing I do is I go over to my blog, and there's, you know, I've created a post for my blog, so I'll take you to my blog quickly, and I load the images up onto my blog. Okay. These are nice and small, but if I open it up in a new tab, you'll see that this image is nice and big, and then all you need to do with that is get this URL at the top here, this website address, which is my Zukul blog, and then take that back over to your Facebook Ninja and post it into the image URL. So I make my images in PowerPoint. Now, if you have access to the Facebook Ninja, that means you'll have access to the Jukebox training. And if you come up to Jukebox training, you'll find in here, I think it is, 3 courses, you'll find a module there, a course there with my ugly mug on there that shows you how to make those images in PowerPoint, okay? And you can host them on your blog. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I just want to, hopefully, where's the Hangout gone? I've still got to get used to this Mac. Sheen, that's it, back in here. So that was very quick and brief there to show you, but we have got a course there inside the Jukebox training that you have access for free, that shows you how to make those images, and I think Darren's got some a course on it as well. And I hope you like that new little tool that we've added to the Facebook Ninja, you know, so you can see your images. We will, as I said, add that into the Social Sniper as well. And we've got a couple of other little bits that we're doing regarding the Facebook Ninja and the Social Sniper. Now, what's happened, it's happened to me that I've made a post, and then in my post log it says that the post has been made, and then when I've gone over to Facebook, it's not there. But then I've took it upon myself to contact the administrator, and he said, yes, I've deleted your post because I thought they were spam. So what we've done now is we've put in a bit of tracking code because we want to see what Facebook bring us back. Because once you've made the post log will say the post has been made. But if the admin of the group go and delete that post, then the post log is not updating itself. So we've put a bit of tracking code in to see if we can actually correct that so that it will be done on the fly, if you get my meaning. So if an admin deletes the post after you've made it, it will then let the post log know that this post was deleted by admin. So we're not sure how that's going to work at the moment. We just put that code in today, but hopefully we'll get around that little problem there. So without further ado, I should say, I'm going to go over to Darren and get our lovely Wednesday training.
All right, brilliant. Those look really good innovations there. Brilliant. Thank you for that, Jeremy. Okay, now I've got quite a bit to go through. Now this one's through a couple of requests I've had about Jvzoo and a little bit of training that we did. I think it was a couple of weeks ago. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a shortened version of that training, but it will give you enough enough to be able to work your way through Jvzoo and have a look at the opportunity for creating some extra income, continue to build your list, and do some profitable list building, really, as we call it. Now we're going to talk about obviously with Zukul, the way that Zukul's set up is that yeah, clearly, we're as the owners and obviously the members of Zukul, we would dearly love you to promote Zukul, but we set Zukul up as being almost like a generic platform, so you could actually point Zukul at anything. Now, that could be an offline business like a coffee shop, it could be an online business, such as I don't know, dental hygiene or whatever it might be, or it could be affiliate offers, it could be an existing MLM, or it could be as an internet marketer, someone who needs to create lists and needs to obviously become an affiliate marketer and also have products of their own that they want to sell. So whatever it is that you're doing online, Zukul has the tools to enable you to do that in a lot more faster, slicker way. So having said all that, what we're going to focus on today is how you can use Zukul to profitably build your list using other people's hard work or other people's affiliate offers. Now, there's two parts to this. The first part is, I'm going to quickly go through, is how you can discern what is a good offer to have and what is a bad offer. Now, there are lots and lots and lots, unfortunately, of crap out there. There's a lot of bad offers out there, and so we all get suckered into reading, opening an email, get suckered into a nice bit of copy that's sent through to us. We click on the link and we get taken to a website, and we get sucked into buying that product or having a look at what we often refer to as the next shiny object. So what I want to do is I've created a bit of a checklist. Now, don't worry if you don't pick up all these points. It'll be as part of the blog post tomorrow, and obviously we'll include this video on there as well. So don't worry about it too much, and obviously you can always press pause and rewind and what have you afterwards. So I'm going to just quickly whiz through it. Now, hopefully you can see all this and I don't have to stand up. So I've headlined it, the 5 ways to spot a great product. Okay. Now, obviously the first way is the source reliable? So is the person who's selling the product, are they a reliable person? Is it somebody that you know? Have a look at the site. Now, you can go to any number of sites, and if they're promising that for £2.50 you're going to be able to make millions of dollars in the next 3 days, you know what? I would probably steer away from that. If you've got some push-button software that is going to cost you, I don't know, $20, and all of a sudden it's going to start spitting out lumps of cash into your bank account, again, I would steer clear of those types of things. There's key phrases like unlocking the code, cracking the code, leaked secrets, leaked videos, leaked information. We all know that is rubbish. However, there are too many people at the moment, I think, who are reading those headlines, those overhyped headlines, and getting sucked into buying or taking some action on that product. So if you're looking at a product that is headlined anywhere like that, then that needs to be a red flag, and just have a bit of caution, a bit of sensibility about the whole thing. Do you know the owner? Is the owner got a reputation? So you may be coming to a product and the owner could be absolutely nowhere. There could be no mention of the owner. Well, again, that needs to be a red flag. Also, you've got the name of the product. It wouldn't hurt you just simply to go and Google the name of that product. Now, yes, you're going to get a lot of review sites that are trying to sell it, but within that, you'll get a flavour of whether that product works or doesn't work. Okay, so, and again, that's something that we'll cover probably in the next, I think it's the next 2 Hangouts down. We'll cover off how we can do reviews in the correct way. So the first thing is have a look at the site, have a look at the owner, and make a rational decision about whether that looks to be a decent product or something that you want to be associated with. Okay, and remember, you're buying or looking at this product not for you personally, but for something that you can promote to people that you want to build a relationship with. Okay, so try and imagine, would this product help my mother? Would it help my brother? Would it help, you know, my next door neighbor? You know, would it help people that are going to come to your list? That needs to be the foremost thing in your mind. So the second point is there a guarantee? Now, most products will have a guarantee. Now, whether that guarantee is worth anything, you will only ever discover that if you put in a refund request. But there are any number of guarantees. There's 7, 14, 30, 60. I've even seen 100-day guarantees out there. Okay. Now, you need to make sure there is a guarantee. Now, if you're buying that product from an individual, that guarantee has to be on, how can I put this delicately without me slandering people? You have to take the owner's word that they are going to honour that guarantee. Okay, how do you do that? Well, you contact the owner. They will have their details. Okay, you've already done the check. The owner's on the site. They've got their details on the site. Contact the owner and start opening up a bit of a communication with that person. I'll come back to that point in a moment. However, the safest thing for people who are starting out is to have a look at Jvzoo products and have a look at ClickBank offers. Why do we say that? Well, simply because Jvzoo and ClickBank, they deal with the refunds, not the seller. Okay, so if they get a lot of refunds from a seller or a product, then they will pull that product, and obviously there will be recriminations, I guess, or some sort of consequence for the seller of that product. So you need to understand, you know, if you're just starting out and you haven't really got a great deal of faith in the owners and who's out there, then the best bet is to stick with Jvzoo and ClickBank. Okay, point 3, does it meet a real need? Okay, what do I need by this? You can walk onto a site and it can look absolutely gorgeous, and the sales copy can be brilliant, and the product demonstrations, you know, absolutely fantastic. But you need to ask yourself, do you, or more importantly, your subscribers, actually need that product? Now, I can't give you an example without getting into trouble, but there are a number of products out there that actually are just all fluff. Then there's no substance to them. And so do you really need that product? Which brings me to the next point, is does it work as promised? So does that product, okay, does that product generate the income that you're buying it on? So if it's saying that it's going to generate you $100 a month by simply pressing these buttons, then if you press those buttons, does it generate $100 a month? If you, let's talk about Social Sniper. If you set up the Social Sniper with the correct images, the correct links, you know, reasonable copy, correct headlines, and you follow the processes that we've given you, do you get the leads that will come through? Do you get the visitors that come through? Yes, you do. And you know, the website's full of testimonies about the fact that you do get those visitors coming to your site. Whether they will convert into leads is purely down to the strength of the offer, strength of the copy that you've written. And obviously we can't determine that. There are no guarantees in life, but we will guarantee that you will get those visitors as long as you follow those basic principles. So you need to think about, is this product what I really need? And does it actually deliver on what it's saying it's going to deliver? Okay, key questions. And how do you do that? Well, you look for your experience. Do you have an experience with this product? Which is always the best way. If you're going to sell something, then your best way is to have experience of that product. Have a look at the reviews. Have a look at what are the pros and the cons. And again, you know, enter into some sort of dialogue with the owner. And then finally at 5, is it cost effective? Now I might need to just tweak this down a little bit. So is it cost effective? Okay, what do I need by this? Well, the first thing is, do you really need this? Do you really need another expensive set of CDs telling you how to build a list? Do you really need that? Okay, it may be being promoted by Frank Kern. It may be the best work that Frank Kern has ever done. But honestly, is there anything in that what Frank Kern is going to go through that would be revolutionary that you cannot already pick up on the information you've probably already got sat on your hard drive? Or, and I know I'm going to refer to Zukul, anything that we've already got within the jukebox training as an example, okay? In the jukebox training, there is I think it's a 21 video series, which is all about list building. That has been the cornerstone of my business. It's there, it's free, I paid a lot of money for it. Use that if you need to know anything about list building. It is in there, okay? So do you really need it? Do I already have a similar product? Okay, so you may have a posting tool already, okay? Now, does that posting tool do everything that it says it's going to do? You know, there are lots of posting tools out there, trust me, we've seen them, but effectively they post one message at a time just to one group, and then you have to reset it and then redo it again and redo it again. Some of these posting tools which do some multiple groups can only work when you're sat at the computer, okay? We have a posting tool that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You set it, effectively you can then forget about it. All you need to do is then just update the offers, update the wording, you know, put new offers in there, put new posts in there, put whatever you want in there. So do you really need it? Do you already have something similar? Is the owner credible? Is he or she an authority? So again, if you're looking at this very expensive package about list building from Frank Kern, it may be the only list building product that you've ever bought. Well, if you're going to buy list building techniques from me or list buildings from Frank Byrne, I would say Frank Kern. Sorry, you want to go to Frank Kern. Don't go to Frank Byrne at all. He's useless. Go to Frank Kern and buy his, because he is a leading authority on building lists. So that's the guy that you need to be spending your hard-earned cash with. Okay. So look for the credibility factor. And again, will you really use this? Are you going to buy this training, and is it going to sit on your hard drive along with all the other training products that you bought over the past 3 or 4 months? Okay, be realistic and be honest with yourself. Okay, do others already use this? Really simple. Okay, put a blog review out. You know, does anybody use this product? Go to Warrior Forum, join the Warrior Forum, and ask, is anybody using this product? Go on Facebook and ask, is anybody using this Facebook? Go on to Google and simply write, is anybody using this product? So there's lots of ways that you can gather some really good information about the product. And then over here we've got the protection. So if it all turns sour, are you confident that you're going to get your refund? And probably the biggest question of all, and we very rarely ask ourselves this question, is what are the reasons not to buy this product now? Okay, we're all about getting excited about buying a nice new shiny car, but actually, do we sit back and say, actually, what are the reasons for not buying this car? All right, so again, very straightforward. It's very difficult to go through those for every product that you're doing, but if you're promoting a product, then that has to be a very simple checklist that you can keep on a document on your computer and just keep referring to it, and just make sure that if you are definitely promoting products to people, that you are really confident that all those boxes get ticked. And if they don't, or if you have problems with it, you need to pull that product quickly, okay? Because you know there's nothing worse than losing credibility or your authority, okay? And again, that's one of the points there, so understand that. Okay, so that's all some of the highlights, and like I say, I'll put that on the blog tomorrow. Now I'm going to do a quick screen share, because I'm now going to show you how you can use Zukul to start to do affiliate marketing. So I will hopefully share my screen, and if you could give me a shout, Jeremy, if you could see the Zukul website, so I'm not talking to a blank screen.
I lost the Hangout then. Yes, I could see your screen.
Okay, lovely, brilliant. All right, okay, so here we are at the back of Zukul. Now again, what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about the landing page creator. Now, we've heard me mention already about Jvzoo. Now, Jvzoo, for those people who are new, is a platform or a website that sells digital products or products that can be downloaded, and so therefore it has a great deal of leverage, if you like, with internet marketers or information marketers and that type of thing. And the other, obviously, the other major brand, if you like, within that within this setup is ClickBank. So you've got jvzoo.com and ClickBank, all one word, .com. So we're going to use Jvzoo simply because it's a bit more user friendly and it has less clutter around. So once you've logged into Jvzoo, and it is absolutely free, you then need to come to Marketplace and come to top sellers. Now you don't need to do this. You can go to Marketplace and you can search for products. You can go to the launch list, you can go to the featured products. You know, there's lots of things that you can do. I'm just trying to keep things simple at this stage, and obviously encouraging you to go to the top sellers. Now the reason I'm saying go to the top sellers is simply because it is what it says on the tin. You're going to see the top 10 sellers for today, and this updates obviously all dynamically. So as the positions change during the course of the day or the week, then obviously you know, it's updated on here. You've then got the top sellers for the week, yesterday, then the top sellers for the week, and then the top sellers for the last 30 days. Now, as you can see, I've clicked on a few of these products just to try and find what I think is a suitable product for building a list or for promoting to my current list, if you like. Now, to be fair, as I looked at this last week, there were lots of products that were around about $7 and $17 and $9, and they would be really perfect products to be promoting via Facebook, if you like, or to your list, sorry, not to your list, to cold traffic, because what that does is it gives a really cheap entry point for you to start creating what we call a buyer's list. So again, obviously it's just a list of people who have bought a product and shown that they're prepared to spend. Now, unfortunately, these products here are all at the pricey end. There's a lot of these products that have obviously been promoted by large affiliate, joint venture affiliate people, and they're all at the pricey end. But I've chosen this one here, which is called LA2, and obviously it stands for what does it stand for? Lazy Affiliate version 2. So once you've had a look at it, and this is the sales page. Now it's a product that's been created or put together by this guy here, who's a guy called Mark. And oddly enough, Jeremy's a plumber as well, or an ex-plumber. So so again, this is his page. Obviously, a bit of information from him, and then it's a basic optimized press launch page. It's got some videos on here, a few testimonials, a few screenshots, blah blah blah. So it's quite nice the way that it's been set out. Now, having looked at that, I'm sorry, and the price point, it is what we call a dime sale, which means that it started at a low price and is gradually going up 1 cent or 1 dime every time you sell one. So at the moment, at the time of this being open here, obviously it's now at $20, and I think it goes up to a total of $27 at the end of the dime sale. So that's how that pricing is working. Okay, so I quite like the product. I quite like the way it's all set out. So that's one that I'm going to go for. All I then need to do is I then need to go and apply to become an affiliate, because you cannot become an automatic affiliate with Jvzoo. You can with ClickBank. You can then just become an automatic affiliate with ClickBank by just ticking your affiliate link, if you like, on the end of their URL. But as far as Jvzoo is concerned, you need to be authorized by the seller. Sometimes it's automatic, sometimes it's delayed. So as you can see, what you would have seen here. Let me just go back. Let me go to what's that, T-shirt Titan. So I would click on that, and what you would then get is a box here where you would then fill out some information. Now, what do you put in there? Well, you know, normally I just put something like that. So I say, oops, where's that gone? Hey Mark, obviously I try and find out the person's proper name. Your LA2 looks perfect for my list. Can I become an affiliate? Thanks in advance, Darren. That's it. You know, you don't have to write War and Peace or anything like that. Just keep it really, really simple. So once you've done that, that will then don't save that. Obviously, you click the affiliate approval button. That goes off to the person, and obviously they can then, at their leisure, usually within 24 hours, will then come back and confirm you. Once you've been confirmed, you can then come back and you can then get your link. Obviously, you click on that, it opens up a box, and that is your affiliate link. So if I just copy that and put that into here, that should take me to the Lazy Affiliate version 2 sales page, which it does. Okay, so we know that that works. So we can get rid of that. Okay, so that's how Jvzoo works. What I've done is, obviously, I've done a little bit of digging for Mark's product. I've had a look at his videos. I've had a look at who else is promoting it, and I've had a look at his claims. And his claims are really, really tight. And what do I mean by that? I mean that you know, you can make money, but he's also saying that it does involve some work. So it's an honest assessment of his product. So that's all that done. We've done all that, and we've now got our sales page. Now the next stage is that we could do one of two things. We could now go to Zukul. We can now go to Facebook Ninja and or Social Sniper. We could use both of those, and we could then decide to use our lazy affiliate marketing information and start to promote directly to this link. Okay, and then what would happen is, obviously, people would read this, they'd get excited about it at some point, and then they'd come right down to the bottom and they would buy it, and we would collect our commission, our affiliate payment for it. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. However, the whole object of the exercise, as I said at the beginning, is that we want to create a list. So the wise thing to do is actually send traffic from our Ninja. So we're going to generate, we know we're going to generate thousands of visitors from our Facebook and our Social Sniper. Okay, we know that's going to happen. Now, why not send them to one of our own capture pages, which means that we will collect their details, and then once they've collected their details, we can then forward them on to the actual sales page, as it were. All right, so that's the plan that we're going to follow now. Now, the beauty of becoming an affiliate with the Lazy Affiliate, and obviously any other affiliate that you affiliate program that you want to join, is that they will have what's called a JV page. Now, the JV page will show you. I don't know whether I've got it here actually. Sorry, I do apologise. Let me go back to Jvzoo. Just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Right, okay. Jvzoo.
Just while you're collecting that, Darren,
Yeah.
Darren mentioned there that you can use Jvzoo, and there you'll have to apply to become an affiliate. But if you're a bit, you know, you want to get started straight away, then you can actually go over to ClickBank, like Darren said, and you can actually start promoting a product on there. So maybe Darren could do a training session on ClickBank at one point, Darren, when you get round to it. Have you found your screen that you want?
Yep, I'm there now. Thank you very much. That was seamless. I don't think anybody noticed. We were okay there. Okay, so what I meant to show you here was, before we clicked it out, was when you become an affiliate, and sometimes even beforehand, you get to have a look at the JV, the joint venture page. So here is the link here, and again, you would only promote offers that provide you with this information, simply because if they're not providing you with this level of information, then you have to question whether the product is worth working with. Okay, so it's like one of those criteria that you have. So we'll click on this button here. That will then open up the JV page, and the JV page is, oops, there we go. So there's Mark. He's just giving you a quick overview of what the product is, when it launches, and where we can find bits and pieces of information. You come over here, you've got access to the videos, you've got access to swipes, banners, you can see the sales page, and then obviously you've got access to your link, which you've already got. So what I want to show you here is the swipes. Now the swipes are really important, really, because a lot of people who are going to start to use this method won't necessarily have the confidence to write their own copy, write their own sales copy, write their own adverts. And so therefore, what I'm suggesting that you do is that you use these as a guide. Now bear in mind that there could be, you know, 300 or 400 people promoting this product. The chances are is that 90% of these people are going to be using exactly the same sales copy. All they're going to do is they're going to be lazy little monkeys. They're going to copy this, they're going to copy this, and going to paste that into their emails or into their adverts. And so in order for you to, and to be fair, you will know that, because if you're on a few people's lists, you will know that there is a launch that has happened, because you're going to get similar sort of information being sent to you from different affiliate marketers, if you like, all promoting the same thing and all promoting it in the same way. And so you do not want to be part of that. You want to be something different. But when you're starting off, is that you can see here that you've got some good subject lines that you can use, and make sure that you change and adapt them. You've also got some sales copy, or some information that you can put on a blog or put on a Facebook post, you know, Facebook Ninja post, or a Google Plus message, you know, or I was going to say a Twitter, probably too long for a Twitter, but certainly these would make really good Twitter feed informations. So you've got a lot of basic information here. You've also got the basis of your follow-up emails. Now again, with Zukul, and I'm not going to go into this in too much depth, but you have an autoresponder in place, and you can now create your own campaigns. So again, how do you do that? Really easy. You click on campaigns, you go to create a campaign. Okay, you've got, as you can see here, our demo email sequence. You can edit that, and you can literally click on the day that you want the email to go. So we've got day 2 here. We can go over to our, I've lost it, where are we? Here we go. So we can then put in our headline, we can put in our copy, and away we go. So there's real benefits in making sure that if you're promoting a product, that it must have a JV page, certainly when you're starting off, so you've got that information literally to copy and post straight into copy and paste straight into your email campaigns, and into your Facebook Ninja messages, and into your social sniper messages. So we know that we're going to be able to drive traffic. It's a case of where we're going to drive that traffic to. So we're now going to create a landing page. So we come to My Tools. Now I do appreciate that this is available for the intermediate and advanced users.
Darren,
hello?
Can I just interject there? So just to clarify here, you found a product on Jvzoo, and you've got one that's got these JV pages where they give you the email swipes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So once you've found that, before you create your landing page, am I right in thinking that you must set up your autoresponder campaign first, set that up in Zukul first, so that you can link that to your landing page? Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. You can do it retrospectively, but yes, the process that I'm taking you through here is the sequence, and I'm whipping through a few steps, so thanks for helping me clarify. But yeah, you need to set up your autoresponder first. You know, so I'm just showing you the fact that you know, you go to your campaigns, you can then create a new one. You can call it whatever you want. Call it whatever you want, so it's BLA campaign, and you can then obviously click on the little box there and then start to fill up perhaps the first 5 or 6 days of emails based on the email swipes that you've been given here. These email swipes are also email swipes that you can use to send out as a newsletter format to your list as well. And again, that same format is on here as well. So if we click Done Editing, you can now go to Newsletter, click on that, and you can now create a newsletter sending these emails directly to everybody who's on your list now. Or you can be selective about who gets that email by, again, clicking these buttons. Now, again, I'm not going to go through that in any great detail. Sorry, this button here. I'm not going to go into any great detail today, but you know, there's a whole training that we can do on just the autoresponder and how we use that. But yes, ideally, set up your autoresponder first, and I'll show you why that is when we get to the landing page creator. So once you've got to the landing page creator, if you click on Create New, because obviously you're going to create a new landing page, click on this button here, and we're going to call this one LA1. We'll click Next. And again, I'm just very quickly going to whiz through this because you know, there's a lot of explanation in the videos above all of these. So if you're not following how to do this, you've not done this for the first time or done this yet, then again, there's a module attached to it, and obviously there's step-by-step videos which will walk you through everything as well. Now, because we've got a sales page, and I've lost it. Here we go. Because we've got a sales page that has videos on it, then it would be quite cool if we had a capture page with videos on. Now, as much as a nice guy Mark is, his introduction is very safe, shall we say. It's possibly not going to capture somebody's imagination straight away. So you can, he's obviously got lots of videos here that you can show. I'm just choosing this one here. Again, it's simply because it's the first one that I came to. But you could spend a lot more time going through. There's a lot more videos, a lot more information that Mark has. So I've just picked this video here as being a good video for us to use as a demonstration. So in order for us to do that, we need to choose the video tab. Now, we obviously have tabs for image pages that you can create. We have tabs here for just purely text. We've got vectors, which are obviously cartoony style, and then we have ones which are plain background. And again, the background ones can also be quite powerful because you can change the backgrounds that you have here. So again, you know, it might be great, might be some great images that you could blow up and use as part of a backdrop for your opt-in page. It might be that you can do a screenshot of this page here, as an example, and use that as your backdrop. You could use that whole video as your backdrop. There's lots of ways that you can manipulate the backgrounds that we've got within the landing page creator. But just for ease and just trying to keep it simple-ish and to show you the flexibility of what we can do, I'm going to use the video ones here, and I'm going to use this one here called Kite. Okay, click Next, and then all that does is then takes us through a series of although there's 3 more steps to go, there's actually only 2 steps for us to worry about. This is the first step. Now we're going to be putting in our warning top text, which is a text which goes across the top. So for example, this might be the warning text here. Okay. You've then got your top header text, subheader, and then you have the ability to then put in the video for that to play. Now I'm going to show you really quickly, I'm going to show you how quick this can be. So for example, you could literally copy all of that because it's a headline that will work, and it clearly does work because it's in the top sellers of JVZoo. So we're going to use that as our top header. Okay. We're then going to scroll down and find something else. So perhaps we'll grab that. I'm not sure this will fit in, but you get the idea. Okay. and the warning header, I don't know, something like price increasing all of the time, something like that. Okay. Now we've also got the place, as I said, to put a video. Now what's great is that I've chosen this this site on the strength of some of the videos. So if you put your mouse over the video, right click, you can actually get the video URL. Okay. Now sometimes you're not able to do that because they put it on their own server or whatever. So again, I put my mouse over this video here, right click, and will it allow me to copy that? Copy image URL. It's not allowing me to do that now. Oh, here we go. There we go. So we'll copy that. It seems a nice happy chat, doesn't it? And then we'll click that for an auto start video, which means that the video will play straight away. We'll then paste that in here. Now when you paste it in, make sure that you duplicate that format. Okay, not that video, but just that format. So it needs to be just something as simple as that. Okay. Then once you've done that, hit next. And what that does is it saves those settings and then takes you on to the next step. Now this is why Jeremy was so keen for us to make sure that we did the autoresponder properly first. So now when we get to the autoresponder section, you click this button here. Now you're automatically going to be defaulted to the Zukul autoresponder system. Okay, so everybody who enters their details onto the form now is going to automatically go into the Zukul pre-written emails. Now you may want that, however you may not want that. So again, you will create a campaign of your own, and as you remember, you can create a campaign of your own. You can come down to here where it says target autoresponder, and you can see that we've got the Zukul default email here. We can now select it to go to our demo email sequence. Again, that's the one that you remember that we set up with the emails from the JV page. So it's automatically going to go to that. Now what we also need to put in here is our success page URL. Now you'll remember that we had our JV link. Okay, so we can go over to our affiliate. We know what our JV link now is. So we've tested our sales page, and this is where we want them to go. So we'll copy that, paste it into here. Okay, so we now know that we're going to be using the Zukul autoresponder. They're going to be going into our ready-made lazy affiliate email sequence, and then once they've entered into that sequence, they're automatically going to be sent to our linked JV page, okay, where hopefully we'll then get a sale. Now all we need to do is just put a little bit of information here, so we'll just put enter your details here, okay, and we'll click next. Now what we now need to do is just preview what we've done. Now bearing in mind that all I've done is I've just copied and pasted. Okay, so you can see the video starts automatically. You can see our pre-warning sentence here, and again, you know, that is a really powerful position. We need to make more of that. We've got literally a copied and pasted heading. Okay, we can do more with that. And then we've got our subheading, if you like, and again there's more that we can do with that. We've also got some extra space here that we could do with filling, and then we obviously have the enter your details here, and there's probably a bit more that we could do with that. But hopefully you've got an essence that without any great skills in copywriting needed, you've created a landing page using the landing page information that is here, and simply put it into the landing page creator as is, and you've come up and you've created a workable page. Now what I would do from my point of view is that I would enhance that, and I've done one here already and I've enhanced it. Now I've used exactly the same tools that you've got, but what I've done here is obviously I've made that a little bit bigger. You may or may not find that an action taking line. It doesn't really matter, but the point is that I've just made it longer, and actually I could do with making it a little bit more longer so it covers the whole width of the video. Okay, enter your details to get instant access. Again, fairly straightforward. There's not a lot more that we can or should do with that, I don't think. But here you can see the difference. So if I just get rid of that, and that now, you can see the difference. Okay, we've got red writing, and here we've got red and blue. We've got red with highlighted. We've also changed this bit here into a different font, and we've also coloured it blue, and we've put some quotation marks around it. And then in that space that we had here, okay, now I could put even more writing here. You know, there's a lot of writing on the sales page that I could put in here. But what I decided to do, which is a list builder's trick, is to find a related product to the offer, okay, and put it down here as a freebie. Okay, so in theory, what will happen is that the person who's watching this will think, well, I'm going to get this as a freebie, again, just for entering in my details. Now, you'd obviously need to work on the wording. I've just done this really, really quickly. Or you could put an image of the product here. You know, so you could grab an image of the lazy, I keep forgetting the name of it, the lazy affiliate marketer. You could grab an image of the product and put it here. You could do anything with this space, and you've also got space here as well that you could fill. Now, how have I done that? And again, I'm going to show you this really quickly. So if I'm going too quickly, please obviously rewind and rework back through the video series. What I've used is our old friend, the blog. Okay, so in exactly the same way that Jeremy uses it for setting his images, I've used it in exactly the same way to create our HTML code. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's go back a couple of spaces here. Now, we've got the headers here, and underneath the headers it says somewhere along here that you can use HTML coding. All right. Now, what you can now do is you can go to your blog. So you'd right click, open up a blog. And again, I appreciate that this is only available for intermediate and advanced people. But again, there are other free options out there that you can get HTML editors. So the beauty of obviously being an intermediate level is that you've obviously got access to the blog. So you come to post to the blog, click on that, and there we are. Get rid of that annoying chap. Now, all we can now do, what we can do is we can literally copy all this and come over here, paste it in. All right, so we pasted that in. Now we might want to change the color, the size, anything with this. So you know, as I did before, obviously select all that. I come over to this section here, and I can choose a color. So perhaps I'm going to choose blue. So here we go, organic views, and perhaps we want to make that as profit. Perhaps we want to put a background behind that. We'll just click on this background here, and again it shows us the different backgrounds. And obviously I chose the yellow before. Perhaps I'll go with the green. Bit scary. The green color goes there. And again here, you know, I can smudge all of that. So I've selected all that. I can go over to the font section, and I can choose which font I might want. And again, last time I used, I think it was Comic Sans, and I changed that. Whenever I do anything like that, I tend to use a sort of a faint blue, but that's just because I'm odd. You may want to use something different. And again, we can, you know, mock all this up. We can make it bold. It's all italics at the moment. Perhaps we want to make that underlined, and perhaps we want to strike through on that. I don't know. There could be anything that you wanted to do with it. So that's all well and good. Now, also on our adjusted page is that I had an image to put in here. And again, it's really straightforward, because what you can now do is you can put in an image. So let me just see if I can change this. Bear with me a second. Okay. We go to that little box. Sorry, I went a bit quick there. So we go to a little box here which has got, I don't know, a picture of a mountain. We click on there. We can click to upload, and we can now upload an image. So in exactly the same way that you've uploaded images to your blogs in the past, exactly the same process. Send it to the server. So it now goes to Zukul's server, which takes a moment for it to upload. Click OK, and then it gives you the picture here. Now it tells you that it's going to be 700 pixels wide. Now clearly 700 pixels is probably, I don't know, probably a bit bigger than this this image here of the camera. So obviously we want to make it quite small. So just as a guess, we'll make it, I don't know, 250 or whatever. And then proportionally, it then changes the height. We're going to leave it as it is, and then we'll click OK. All right, and there's the image. Now we can do whatever we want with that image. We can do all sorts of things. But again, I just want to show you how we can then put all these bits together onto a capture page. That's all changed, isn't it? Okay. Right, we'll leave that as it is. Now, how do we get that onto our capture page? We go to our source code, click on that. And again, I could spend a bit more time just making this a bit more prettier and a bit more tidy, but essentially what will happen now is we go to our source code. Here we go. And there's our source code. And all we do is we select all of that. We then copy that. Then we move over to our page here. And we might want to lose that. And again, I'm just doing this really, really quickly. Paste it all in there. We press the button and I make a wish. And we hope that everything turns out okay. This is how it looked to begin with. Hopefully when I press refresh, it should change. There we go. So that's how it now looks. So again, you can spend some time just working with the copy, make sure the wording is all correct, that you're happy with the positioning. You can change the fonts and everything. But what the point is that you can now adapt with that, with the power of the HTML code, HTML editor within your blog. You can now start to make some really attractive capture pages. Hopefully you agree. So there we go. So that's what it can look like if you can spend an extra 5 minutes with it. Now the point is that what you will then do is you'll then start to send your traffic to this capture page. Okay, and then now people are going to be coming to this capture page. They'll hear this very jolly chap talking about how the lazy affiliate has done something to his business. You would then have some information here which reinforces the fact that this is a really good business and that it's a great opportunity and that you're going to get free access. So clearly they're going to put in their details here and they're going to click on that. They will join your list and they will now go straight through to your JV page, which means that there is a potential of you making a sale. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Google and hopefully stop sharing and take a deep breath. Hopefully we're there. Are you back?
Yeah, that was fantastic, Darren. Well, I could see that it's so easy, but I just want to add a little thing actually, because Darren showed you, you know, making the HTML code inside our blogging system, but we're actually going to be putting that an editor in each landing page, so that will be coming soon. We've that's on my list of things to do, so that will be coming hopefully within well, by I think next week sometime. Okay, so you'll be able to, you won't have to go over to the blog, you'll be able to do it inside the landing page. So but as you can see, if you could use Word, you're just creating this document, making bold, highlighting and putting colours in, and then all you do is you click on that source code and all the HTML code's all done. So you don't have to be an HTML coder, you know, you just copy and pasting. Fantastic. I think I look forward to the next training program. So maybe you could show us a bit of ClickBank at some point. Show us how to get a product on ClickBank. Now what have we got coming up in the next Hangout?
I did put it on my Skype message, but unfortunately I've closed that down.
Yeah, so on what are we today? We're Wednesday today, aren't we? So on
Yes.
Friday's Hangout, what we're going to be covering, or what Darren's going to be giving you some training on, is how to find products on a website called Muncheye. God knows what that is, but I'm sure Friday Darren's going to enlighten us all. And yeah, and creating reviews and pre-sale pages and videos. So look forward to Friday's Hangout. I'll put that out early so you can get registered for that. So that all these Hangouts that we're going to be doing now each week is Darren's going to be doing some training to show you how to start making money and promoting other products. You know, you don't have to just promote Zukul. And the idea of this exercise that Darren's just showed you, there's two things that you're going to gain out of this. One is you're going to gain, you know, new fresh blood, new leads coming into your, you know, new prospects coming into your, what do you call it, your list. And also you're hopefully going to pick up some cash as well from the, you know, the low-cost products that you're selling. And they clearly work because, as Darren just showed you, that they're on the top list of buyers, you know, so they're in that top 10. So other people are making serious money with this. All you need to do is to go through this video again, pick a product that Darren showed you how to set it all up, and maybe then Darren could we would like to see some messages set up in the Facebook Ninja. Again, you could use some of that swipe and images. So yeah, we've got fantastic training there, Darren. I think I'm going to go out and make myself some landing pages now and see what I can sell.
Nice one. Okay. Now we had a question come through about the autoresponder.
Yeah.
Quickly whiz through that.
Right. What was the question?
On that. Again, it was on my Skype, and unfortunately, I've closed that down because I got so much.
Right. That was from. I think yes, I remember now. Now, before we had our own email client, because now Zukul is actually an email provider, which means that, you know, we're, you know, like you go and get a Gmail account or a Hotmail or a, you know, Yahoo or whatever, one of those email providers, or even your Sky TV nowadays give you an email address. Now, Zukul is also an email provider. Now, before we was an email provider, we made people double opt-in, okay? So your landing pages were double opt-in. Now, we did that to protect ourselves from spam, you know, to make sure that people weren't just sitting there and filling out details of email addresses that they've scraped off the internet and then filling out their landing pages. So we protected Zukul, but now we're an email provider. We don't need to have that double opt-in, because if you're going to do something silly with your account and start spamming people that are not expecting to get your email address, you know, it'd be your account that gets closed down and not Zukul. So Zukul is no longer, your capture pages are no longer a double opt-in. So you can, you know, it's makes it easier for people to get into your list. So that's, I think, covered that question. Now, was there two parts to that question? I couldn't quite understand the other part to it. So while I'm reading that again, as it's on the Skype. Now, the other thing somebody sent in a ticket actually yesterday about Facebook Ninja and how the posting sequence works. So let me just tell you, if you create a campaign inside the Facebook Ninja and you link it to, say, 100, well, I'll say 10 groups, okay? And you know, you want that, you set your post to go out, say, every, I don't know, 60 minutes. So every hour you're saying, I want to post out a message on Facebook and I want it to go to 10 groups. Now what the Ninja tool does is it runs every 15 minutes, it does a run. So basically what it means is that in the background, the Ninja tool starts to get all the people that want to send out a message, and then it starts to send those messages over 15 minutes. And then as it gets towards the end of the 15 minutes, it then looks for the next batch of posts that it's going to do. So if we're taking the scenario that you've got 10 groups and you've set it to go out every hour, now what that will do is it will pick the first group in that list, or it will pick a group randomly. And then for the first hour, it will send to one group. It won't send to all 10. It will send to one of the groups. And then an hour later, it will then send to the next group, and so on. So after you've gone through that whole, the Facebook Ninja has gone through that list of 10 groups that you've wanted to post to, one every hour, then you'd have to reset or remake another message set to go, because that message set is complete. So, some people like Darren have got 2,000 groups. So basically, it will pick every time, and if Darren's got them set at every 5 minutes, it will pick a group, send it, 5 minutes later, send it to the next group, 5 minutes later, send it to the next group, 5 minutes later, send it to the next group, and it will do that over the course of 15 minutes. So as you can see, if they're set every 5 minutes, Darren's going to send out, 3 messages in that course, in that run, and then the Facebook Ninja will then go on to the next run, and then Darren's next set of groups will get sent out in there. But once Darren's gone through all of his 2,000 groups, then he would have to reset them to start again, because it won't send it to the same group twice. So it's not posting, which some people think this is what happens. It's not posting to the same group until it's completed the list. So if you've got a big list of groups, my recommendation for you is to pick out the groups that you want it to go to and put them into smaller blocks, okay? Maybe, because we've got that filter tool there now that you can actually filter them down, so that your posts go out to the groups that you want them to. So you can really target this. So hopefully that's, I've not confused anybody with that, but that's how the Facebook Ninja works. And it's the same for the Social Sniper, okay? It doesn't post to all your groups or all your communities or all your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your Pinterest. It doesn't do it all at once, okay? If you're setting up groups for Facebook, it will do Facebook and it will do the list. If you're setting up for Twitter, it can go the same time as it does Facebook. That's it can do, but it won't send them all at the same time. It will send it to a bunch of groups, if one group at a time. Hopefully, is that clear, Darren?
So what was that first bit again? I think you're right. It was clear, but I think people just are probably analysing it too much. And there's an old saying that, what is it, analyst paralysis or whatever, analyze paralysis, I don't know whatever. But just don't think about it too much. I mean, if you've got, I've got 2,000 groups, as Jeremy says, and I know Jeremy's heading that way as well. So we cannot sit there and monitor if all of our 2,000 groups go out. All we monitor, literally, is the end result. So, if you've got 20 messages, you're going to have, if you've got anything about you, and we go on about this all the time, if you've got 20 messages, you have 20 tracking clicks, shortening codes on there. Well, that's it, tracking codes, that's what I'm talking about. So that the only thing that you need to monitor is the clicks. So once you monitor the clicks, you'll be able to see if some of those are working better than others. And then if ones aren't working, then go back and have a look at it. And it's possibly because of might be the image, it might be the wording that you've used. It might be that, unfortunately, that is an unfortunate post that goes to posts that you're in groups that you're not a member of. Or it might be part of a group that has been deleted by the admin, as Jeremy's already said. So really, the only thing that I would ask you to worry about is, as you're setting up your messages, is to use a shortening code, and so therefore you're tracking it. And then all you need to do every day is literally in the morning, go back to your tracking. You know exactly where they are, and then you can just monitor it that way. That would be the smarter thing to do, rather than sitting on, I can only imagine that people are sitting on Ninja, clicking to see if one of their 10 groups that they've been posting in has gone through as a post. I mean, let's face it, if I'm posting to 2,000 groups potentially, you know, it could be that 50% of them aren't going through for one reason or another. That still means that there's 1,000 posts going through. So it really is, and I know it's a bit like a broken record, it's about building up momentum. It's about building up critical mass. That's really all it is, and that's really all you need to worry about. It's just throwing enough traffic at a lead capture page or an offer, and then worrying about the clicks. You know, is that click working? Is that offer working better than others? Tweaking the offers, tweaking the page, you know, making perhaps your page, you know, all red text, or perhaps put some blue in it, or perhaps put some yellow highlighter in, as I've shown you today. You know, there's all those sorts of things that I personally would worry about, as opposed to whether, you know, a couple of my groups, you know, the image didn't turn out, or the video didn't play, or it got deleted out of a group. Those really are not things that I worry about, because there's just so much going out there. And I may have upset a lot of people there. I do apologise, but the bottom line is that you have a system that when you set it up, you know, it just goes. It will go until you stop it, literally. So so just point that juggernaut in the right direction, and then just worry about the landing page. That's the only thing that I would worry about, nothing else.
Yeah,
shut up now.
Yeah, good point there, Darren. I think too, as you quite rightly say, I don't personally have a look at whether it's posting or not. I just look at the traffic that's coming in, and am I getting results from my efforts, you know. Both of the Social Sniper and the Facebook Ninja tool, I know that there's other products similar to them, but they're no way as good as what we've got here in Zukul, you know. And as you say, if I know it's a lot higher than 50%, but if 90% of your posts are getting through, then what are you worried about? That's but anyway, hopefully that's cleared that up. Now, I think we're coming up to, well, we've just gone over the hour, but I think that was an exciting hour. I think anybody watching this Hangout should certainly rewind this and have a look at how Darren got set up on Jvzoo and made a simple landing page, you know, to build your list. And I always want to just say one thing, you know, please don't keep doing the same things over and over again and expect different results. You know, if you do today what you did yesterday, then you're going to have tomorrow what you've got today. So if you want to change your tomorrow, you need to do something a little bit different today. And I think Darren's given you the training for that, for you to do something different so that you can hopefully get some sales into your PayPal. And that's another thing. Jvzoo pay directly into your PayPal. I don't know what the time waiting is for you to get paid, but you get paid into your PayPal. So get your landing pages, get onto Jvzoo, and hopefully you'll generate some cash in for, for Christmas is coming up. And I think we'll end it there, unless you want to add anything, Darren.
No, other than I need to go away and think of a catchphrase.
Okay then, guys. Thanks very much for joining us on this Hangout. We'll see you on Friday when Darren's got some more training for you, and I'll have some more updates. Enjoy the rest of your week. Get making your landing pages and generating yourself some leads. Have a great evening or afternoon or morning, whatever it is in your part of the world. And bye for now. Take care.
Take care. Bye-bye.